Welcome back. A recent report in Colorado says rising mortgage rates have not brought down the price of homes much. The typical home in Denver is now worth just over $627,000. That is up 24% from last year. So what's going on? Our investment advisor, Bruce Allen from Bruce G. Allen, joins us now once again to talk about it. Good to see you.
Good morning.
So you say that some of the news shows that the housing market here is cooling a little bit.
It looks like we're starting to see that, Gary, and some of that's a function of the fact that we've started to see existing home sales nationwide have slowed down in the last 2 months. Last month they were down 2.7% from the previous month and down about 4.5% from the previous year. So things seem to be cooling off a little bit. That does not mean that the housing market is still not a very robust marketplace here in Colorado.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy if you're out there looking for a house, that's for sure. So what's behind the cooling off?
Well, what we've seen this year is a significant rise in long-term interest rates. Since the beginning of the year, the 10-year Treasury, which is the bond that typically sets mortgage rates, has gone from 1.5% to 2.85%. That's a heck of a fast rise. And the result of that is that mortgage rates, which in August were less than 3%, they were about 2.95%, have now pierced 5%. They're over 5.2%. In fact, I think that may be low. They may actually be at over 5.3% today. So as rates are going up, mortgage rates are jumping very rapidly. And what that's doing is it's having a big impact on the average home buyer because it increases their payment amount.
And you said you ran some numbers last night. So what's a new homeowner facing, do you think?
Yeah, if we take the average price of a home that you guys just quoted, it's around $627,000. I rounded down for $2,000. Hopefully somebody got a good deal out there. So it's $625,000 home price. Put 20% down, you've got a $500,000 mortgage. Today's payment at 5.25 is $3,276. That's PITI for all the math geeks out there. And then versus August, if you bought the same house for the same price and the same mortgage, it was the same exact numbers. It was $2,616. So your payment was up $660.
Wow.
Or 25%. And that's the same house, but the payment's risen. And the reason why that's significant is many new home buyers, which is about 30% of the existing home sales, are buying a house based on can they afford the payment. And
right.
The payments are jumping. It's hard to imagine how that doesn't have some kind of impact on the housing market going forward.
Yep. For sure. So are these interest rates going to continue going up, do you think?
Well, short-term rates have just started, and we're going to see some pretty dramatic news, which you and I will be talking about next month, about how rapidly the rise, short-term rates are going to rise. Long-term rates have gone up very dramatically, and the question is, how much further will they go up? Because the longer-term rates really set the mortgage rates for what most of us typically invest in and buy in.
Very interesting. Well, maybe this will all give home buyers a little more shot because there was nothing available for the longest time out there.
It's still pretty tight.
Yeah.
It's still pretty tight.
All right, Bruce Allen, as always, good to see you.
You too, Gary.
Thanks.